Phoenix Inner Ren turned into an ice sculpture, but before everyone could breathe a sigh of relief, a blazing red flame rose up and melted the surrounding ice crystals. Phoenix Inner Ren was reborn from the ashes again, and his idea of using freezing to seal him failed. It doesn't matter, just do it a few more times. Zhang Yi was not panicked at all. Blood Grant gave him the ability to predict the future. Even without the blessing of space power, he could kill Phoenix Inner. The moment he was resurrected, Zhang Yi loaded the bullet again and shot in another direction. After he pulled the trigger, Phoenixin flew there. That's where Mayumi Takeuchi is. The bullet collided with his fast-moving body in the air as if Phoenix Inen hit the bullet deliberately, and his body was torn apart again. Phoenix Inen Ren was still laughing wildly before he died. "You can't kill me! You can't kill me!" Zhang Yi looked at his falling body indifferently. "I can't kill you, but you can." Flower flew quickly from a distance, carrying Yang Xinshin and Takeuchi Mayumi on its back. The angel of desire behind Yang, Xinshin raised his bow and arrow, and a black arrow of hatred was aimed at Feng Huang Yuanren. "You have to shoot him the moment he reshapes his body," Mayumi Takeuchi reminded seriously. "Thank you," Yang Xinshin smiled. She aimed accurately, and at the moment Phoenix Inan Ren reshaped his body, the arrow of hatred pierced his strong chest. "Hate yourself, Phoenix Injin!" Phoenix Inan Ren had just been resurrected when he felt like an arrow had been hit in his. There was no feeling of pain, but he inexplicably felt a strong sense of crisis. An uncontrollable feeling of self-loathing welled up from the deepest part of his heart. His eyes widened, and he lowered his head and looked at his chest in astonishment. There were no wounds, but his heart felt extremely painful. He thought back on his life. He has been a born bad guy since he was a child. He likes violence and cruelty. Killing stray cats and wild dogs on the roadside is his happiest thing. This cruel character was well concealed by him in front of his parents and relatives. But the longer emotions are suppressed, the more powerful they will rebound. At this time, Feng Huang Yuanren's chest was in great pain. He clutched his chest. The pain was so painful that he could hardly breathe. He gasped for air with tears in his eyes and cried bitterly, "What have I done? How could I kill so many people? This kind of sin cannot be atoned even if I die 100 times. I'm sorry for being a human being." Yang Xinshin's voice floated from a distance. "You don't need 100 times. One death is enough." She frowned, with a look of disgust on her face. "You filthy, stinky pig, despicable, mutated pheasant, kill yourself quickly." Phoenix Inan Ren has lost the motivation to live. His heart was completely occupied by a crazy thought. Death. I shouldn't be alive in this world. After he said these words, he slowly closed his eyes, and then knelt down on the broken battlefield with weak legs. "Kill me!" Phoenix Inen, who has given up his belief in living, will no longer be any different from ordinary people when he no longer uses the power of the Phoenix. "Okay, let me help you." Zhang Yi opened the different space, and Hengdao Shenkai appeared in his hand. Looking at Feng Huang Yuanren, who was kneeling on the ground begging for death, everyone's eyes showed hatred and eagerness. Hated what he did. Eager because killing. Zhang Yi walked step by step 500 meters away from Phoenix Courtyard. His steps were firm but slow, and he was not careless because he was about to win. After reaching the sniper range of the double doors, he immediately opened the 2 doors, then through the ability to cross the double door, the horizontal knife in his hand was quickly swung out. Puff! Phoenix Yuanren's head was thrown high into the air and then rolled to the ground. Everyone held their breath, the more nervous they became at this time. After Zhang Yi waited for more than 10 seconds, he turned back to Yang Xinshin and said, "Can I ask that neon woman how to confirm that he is dead?" Yang Xinshin looked at Mayumi Takeuchi. Mayumi Takeuchi, who has become her loyal dog, said frankly, "His immortality ability will be activated at the moment of death. And now that he is not resurrected, it means that he has not used the ability and is really dead." Zhang Yi thought for a while, took out the liquid nitrogen gun, froze Feng Huang Yuanren's body, and then shot it to pieces. After waiting for a few more minutes, it was confirmed that Phoenix Infernal Ren was really dead. This also declares that Blizzard City's battle against Eclipse has been successful. There was a burst of fierce cheers. All the members of the Tengu team had tears in their eyes, and they looked up to the sky with excitement and shouted like they were crying and laughing. They have been suppressing it for too long for this moment. It also put them under too much pressure. The Combat Command Center also burst into excited cheers. Zhang, who always looked serious on weekdays, showed a relaxed smile and landed safely on the chair. "This kid Zhang Yi finally didn't disappoint me." The guard behind him, Sun Luxuan, adjusted his old-fashioned glasses with a speechless expression on his face and thought to himself, "It seems that you didn't expect him to behave like this from the beginning, right?" He turned to look at the big screen. Zhang Yi picked up Phoenix Yuanren's head. Sun Luxuan couldn't help but smile and nodded secretly. This kid is indeed a good prospect. His potential may be greater than that of several investigation captains. In Blizzard City! Lan Xincheng walked up to Zhang with a smile, bowed his waist, and congratulated. Zhang was in a good mood at this time. Hearing Lan Xincheng's words made him feel much better, but he has not yet fallen to the point of arrogance and complacency. Suddenly, he thought of something. Zhang Yi just said something to me. He said that Gao Changkong is an undercover agent in Blizzard City. Zhang frowned. Why did Zhang Yi say this? Gao Changkong, he has no reason to cooperate with Eclipse Moon?